to protect your soul.
I took a dive. I didn't know I'd fall so deep into your eyes. I've never been somewhere so sweet. I'm hypnotized. Yeah, you put my mind at ease. Yeah, you're divine. I'm thankful that you're mine. Looking at me like people are looking at their phones. I've spent 7 years looking for love that I can hold. Now I know your love is all I need. Now I know. Yeah, your love is all I need. Running around.
Uranus has awakened.
To me, fun is all that matters.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Empress Cup organized by WOT organization. And this is a 10,000 rupees tournament only for the divas of the Indian gaming community. Yes, that's right. 16 teams played it out, all girls tournament. And now we are down to the top 4 teams. And this is the upper bracket finals. So this has been played on the blue side. It is gonna be Shadow Esports Novas versus it is gonna be on the red side 9 Meow Meow. So here we are live. Of course, you recognize this voice. This is Rud's official, and along with me is Miko Chan herself. So meow Miko.
Hello,
Sir,
Roots, and
what's your
yeah,
command?
meow to you as well. Like, the bands are looking pretty good. Like, the cat girl, as sad as it is, Vanna is always getting banned. But then again, the Fanny is a respect ban because I do believe that Fanny does deserve that ban. But Lapu Lapu is open, but okay. There's also Yushang, then there's Kimmy. A few power picks are definitely left open. Let's see what they start with. Oh, it's gonna be an Earther.
Oh
Let's go.
I mean, she is the only marksman who was left out of the nerfing scene. And with her mobility, she is definitely a painful pick. Honestly, against the Granger or against almost every MM, honestly, I would like to see the Ixia being picked up here because the 1-1 is banned, and Hurrit and Granger don't quite gel well against the likes of an Irritil. And for the Fanny Van, I mean, of course, there's still Kyries in the kingdom who are always respected for their fanny. So maybe this is gonna be Shadow Esports who are just respecting the potential of the jungler from 9 Meow Meow. As we see the Sicilian, as we see the CC as well as the Gatut Kacha being picked up first. I mean, isn't that kind of a misplay? Cause honestly, the CC or the Gatut on its own is a good one. Cause Gatut we can flex, but now that you have revealed the CC, it just means that the Gatut is gonna go roam, right, Miko?
Definitely, because either of them are not really viable for the jungle position. So it is going to be a CCEXP with a Gatatkacha roam. And while you are completely right, the flex position has completely been ruined. But I feel like they are going for more of a comfort draft here. But oh, there's going to be a Phobius and Vixana. Okay.
Mm.
Will find a
I feel
way.
like the
That's
Even
comforts
I
are
am
yeah.
not the
better
only
off
one
here.
bound by these chains.
Wow. I mean, that just says that definitely Shadow Esports Nova are going for an assassin pick. And honestly, their jungler Clara has been hot. I mean, I'm not even talking about her looks. She is definitely one of the best assassin players in India. Not just was one of the best assassin players in the girls category, but in entire India. I can tell you that much. She is that good with assassins. But I like this pick. The Fasa is
Payback
definitely the
time.
queen of the Mobile Legends mage category right now. And with these queens on the battlefield, Fasa is definitely good for the taking. How does it fare against the Vexana here, Miko?
Now, Vexen does have the range. She also has the CC to disrupt Fasa's feather airstrike. So I believe this is a good matchup.
Let's make the
But then
whole
again,
world
Parsa
green
definitely
and
has a bit of a
lively.
superior range and better mobility. So I believe that 9 Meow Meow is going to have superior rotation. But then again, it definitely boils down to how you play it, like whether your map awareness and your rotation, like the macros, are good enough. But then again, this is definitely looking really interesting because, they did pick up Gatot Kacha first. So, like, the enemy will not exactly want to go for a Farsa. But then again, there was a Zatian who was open. So, going in for a comfort with Vexana is definitely a bit questionable. But then again, let us see how they fare with it.
When the body suffers,
Exactly. And
the
oh,
spirit
this
blooms.
is something which is surprising, Miko. I'll tell you why. Because Clara has been a multiple time Supreme Benedetta. So
Oh,
them banning out the Benedetta is something which nobody might have thought of. Because I bet you even 9 Meow Meow were thinking, hey, they are going to pick the Benedetta. They're going to pick the Benedetta. They have taken the Phoveus. Now they are going to go for the Benedetta. And this has turned the tables. Definitely, Shadow Esports are now playing a chicken game. And despite the Hayabusa being one of the top assassins, Maya is one of the top assassins. I mean, he is the top assassin in this country. But we might see a Lancelot, we might see a Ling, we might see a Zenyatta as well. We might see a
Experience the euphony of suffering.
this one makes me impressed here, because
that. Oh,
the
just
great thing about it is kind of, I mean, manliness, very because the Irithel can easily come to the ground.
huh? So
Those are
finally,
valid points.
on back
We'll have to
in the
see how
face.
things are going to go.
Well, let's see. So there is a jungler and the MM still missing from 9 Meow Meow. And with Wan Wan and Greenjo off the table, who do you think? Moscow? Or is it gonna be a Brody like Clint also okay? A carry.
I've been
Oh,
I'm
waiting for too long.
Carrie.
I'm
That's
not really
interesting.
sure why.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
that is
Carrie is
interesting
great
because
against the Phoveus.
only
Mm-hmm.
phobias because I don't think you would be actually like prioritizing an MM just because of the phobias because I don't think Carrie is that good against an Earthel or even Vexana because Carrie definitely has to go up close. And from what you told me, Clara is exactly like she's definitely leaning on towards assassin. So against an assassin, I was expecting a bit of a crit hit or like a heavy cannon kind of hit, a Brody or a Clint maybe
Still
or something
waters
like
run
that.
deep.
So Carrie definitely comes off as a surprise. But let's see because it's gonna be Ling and a
Always on the
Mythinda.
way.
So I would definitely not say
That's
Carrie
great,
is good here.
honestly. Yeah, I mean, Carrie is kind of a chicken here without wings or without flight. I mean, no chickens can fly, but hey, there is the Matilda which can fly. There's the Ling which can fly, and of course, there's the Phoveus which can almost fly, but she jumps around. And then there's, of course, the Irithel, who with a sprint can almost fly. So
Oh,
that is gonna be a
See
real
value in me?
challenge. And with the
You
Fredrin
should.
in the opponents, that is supposedly seen what is going to be there. Because it's just brute, right? It's brawl versus brawl kind of a situation. With the kind of HP the team possesses in 9 Meow Meow, it is going to be tough for an assassin to face them off. But hey, Carrie and the Fasa both are on the radar for Clara on that lane. It is going to be up to the assassin of the team to dictate the pace, or will it be the Fovius who is going to bully the objectives of Clara? Is the question. Here we go. This is the first match of the best of five series. You're watching the Empress Cup organized by WOT, and we are going to go into the upper bracket finals right now, which is going to be a best of five series. Who is going to win this, audience? Let us know down in the comments. Which pretty girls are you supporting? I mean, everyone is beautiful, but we are going to see a skill matchup right now. Both of these teams have beaten countless female teams to get into this position, and now we are going to get into the land of dawn hot right now. Miko, of the draft, which team are you going to be picking for your session?
Troops deployed.
Now, I definitely believe that both the teams are well drafted, but right now, I do believe that Ling just might have a bit of an upper hand. But then again, I was thinking, meoww definitely went all out. Like, they took the heroes and their counters as well. Like, they have Fredrin, they have Carrie, they have Sasha, they have Better Kacha. So, that definitely is an interesting combo. But then again, AOT with a feathered airstrike would definitely be a very good combo. But then again, we do have the wing guidance coming in from Matilda. So let us see. I don't think that Ling is a good choice, but will he be able to snowball on the OD? The questions remain unanswered. But
Exactly.
did manage to get the lead.
Oh, that is quite a steal right there. And Fasa is gonna use the mobility, well, not for much, but she's just gonna clear the litho for now. She can, of course, rotate, and with the kind of nuclear power she has, if she uses it right, like a Sanji, then it is gonna be dangerous for the opponents. But we have to see what is gonna happen next. Caesar is currently in the bush. Can she do something about it? Okay, she is gonna chunk Fasa down by quite a lot. That just means that the rotations will not be coming before the level 4 arrives. As we can see, Link is already on the top lane. Both the junglers are in the top lane, but Link seems interested. Yeah.
Like Fast definitely has a degree of mobility with the big side range, but that will definitely misplace the dash, and there's the impact onto the concourse rival dash. Like had held in jumping, Fast definitely helps Link jumping.
Exactly. Who is going to pick up the first blood is the question. Matilda is trying to use her mobility to the best maximum potential. Both the mid laners are trying to get level 4. Fasa wins the level fight right now. And Fedrin jumps in straight away. Matilda has to use the Purify. So that's a Purify burnt out from the clutches of Shadow Esports Nova.
That is definitely a bit of resources which are wasted, but I believe Kacha should have taken the lane, get to level 4 so that he can use the for zoning out. The old sounds down.
Yeah, Henry is gonna fall, and this is gonna be a all out brawl for the lane. Tempest of Blaze being used, and the turtle is gonna be secured by Amda, and that is gonna be a kill for them as well. So 2-1 currently. Clara is hanging by a 1 HP mark, and then CC is gonna chase her down, and that is gonna be a kill as well. So 3-1 the scoreline, along with the turtle in the favor of 9 meoww as well. A cat has 9 lives. Well, they have just taken 3 kills. So things are looking pretty good for 9 meoww, aren't they, Miko?
Definitely. And that was after a good start. They even got the turtle. Not only that, they also got a kill on the lane. So I definitely believe that that was really bad part of being her own. But the damage down from Matilda, she can definitely not sustain the heavy crossbow being used up, the feathered airstrike and the zoning.
Nice one.
Then again, the Eternal Guard just to cancel out the feathered airstrike.
This is gonna cause some problems because the Eternal Guard can only be used when you're close up. But if you're close up, there's the Gatot Kacha and the Fredrin. Just like that. Okay, Irithel does not have to sprint. He is gonna be on the wall of pain as AOG connects. And that is gonna be Fredrin finishing off the kill. Along with Henry as well. Henry, okay. She might have had some connection issues right there because she just got slain for just standing there still.
Could be, but that combo out there, like the AOG, right before that, Fredrin came in, the piercing strike taunt, then the AOG unbreakable appraiser strat. That was like a huge chain CC on Terrathel. I believe that even if she did have the sprint, she could not have escaped. So the only point is, at some points, I do believe that Irithel is better off with a Purify. But then again, that definitely depends on how you are used to playing that hero. But with this, we are definitely gonna be back into the match. Let's look at what kind of items they are building. It's already 4 minutes into the game.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, Irithel
that's
already
interesting.
has the Husklaw. And it looks like
Mm-hmm.
she's not really going for mobility, because I'd actually prefer the Wind Talker as my first item, because, like, it does give a bit of mobility as well. And even the Malefic Gun, because the range, again, the mobility. But let us see. This should be a good way to pick up stuff. Carry also has the course. But once again,
And it caught once again. Tempest of Blade being used just to run away. And Carrie is gonna escape as well. But can we say the same about Vexana? Sheila has to use the flicker. Here comes Phobius and failure. But who's gonna save her is the question. Because she has to recall as well. So far, the kills have all been in the favor of 9 Meow Meow, and they are gonna take the turtle as well. So things are looking pretty dire if you are a Shadow Esports Nova fan for now. Because that's the second turtle of the game taken in, and the goal lead is slowly but surely going into their favor. It is already about 3k. And right now, what they're gonna focus on is the goal lane, but Henny is kind of having the internet issues right there, so that is gonna be an issue right there. If your frontliner or your main roam isn't having the best of times, then your whole lineup is gonna be facing the wrath of it. Especially the Ling, because Ling needs vision. Vexana needs vision because her range is low. So that is gonna be a problem. How do you face it in such a situation? How does the draft of Shadow Esports work out in this scenario, Miko?
I believe they are definitely lacking a lot of sustain, because, Kobe is the only one who can actually tank the damage, who can engage and, like, soak up some of the ultimates all the time. But then again, I think people seem to have realized that the unusual song is coming off. So yes, looks like he is trapped well, but he's gotta be able to take him out of there. But then again, the follow-up from Irithel, the fight leads to... Okay, that is a kill.
Yes, that is definitely a kill, and more for it, cause the chase is still going on. Caesar is gonna get slain, and things are looking very worse for the team of Novas right here.
Um, are we live? I don't think so.
I think there was some lag issues, but hey, we are back. Killing spree, and just gonna be the mid lane turret taken away as well as the jungle for Team Shadow Esports right here. So things are not looking pretty right now. Oh, look at that Eternal Guard being put on 3 people. That was a blade being used. Can Link secure a kill is the question. This is gonna be a killing spree, and can Team Shadow Esports do something big? Look at that Fasa with the feather is like comboed with the flicker to zone everybody out. So not a lot of kills in the department of Shadow Esports.
This definitely looks like it's going to be ended before it even reaches 12 minutes, or even more than that, maybe just 10 minutes. But then again, they do have a bit of the inner turret to defend. Carry, on the other hand, definitely taking up the fast and trying to the flip. The mega kill coming in, fast out zoning experience and the skills are definitely coming in handy right now.
And that is where the Kasa plays such a good role, Miko. She is so good at not just zoning but the damage as well. She can just fall nukes, especially when your team is so far ahead in gold. I mean, that's like a 8k gold lead. So definitely the Fasa is gonna hurt right now. And look at the Fedrin and the Gazotskasa, the CC as well. They have damage as well as sustain on their hands, and they are not quite reluctant to use that. so far. That is going to be a second pause being used, though. So let's hope the internet issues on both the teams, as well as kind of in the stream, numbs down so that we can enjoy this beautiful match played by these beautiful girls right here.
Well, I do see a lot of people saying that, okay, Bene banned and all, but guys, do you remember it was Clara herself who banned Benedetta? Or was it like she was trying to get in and did she ban it by mistake? I don't really think that would have happened. But then again, let us see. Ling is definitely not having a good day today, and Erica definitely does not have enough farm to compete.
And that is the issue, right? Airtel is the late game insurance, but when you haven't paid your premium on that insurance, then it is definitely not going to pay off at the end of the day. That is why Airtel is having such a bad day tonight at the office. She is being given the farm. Link and Airtel are kind of sharing the farm right now, but I think all of the farm should be funneled to their marksman right now. Link should go ahead and try to split push, try to take objectives, but at the same time, Airtel is the one who's going to be the saving grace for their team. Uh-oh, Clara, okay, escaped by the wisp of her hair, as she recalls at that occasion, but this is going to be a lot takeaway for Team 9 Meow Meow. Damn.
This definitely does not look good right now. The scoreboard is 2-30. Look at the goal difference around 10,000. Oh, the 4 years convention. Also, demonic idol. Oh, this one is good. But then again, CC is dead. And they blown it out. Look at the dangers there. With the Lord soon gonna be marching in, they do have the inhibitor turrets. Also, both the upper and the lower inhibitor turrets still have their holy shields. But then again, this could be his last burst. Do you think they can end it?
I think they are not gonna go down with a fight. So this is gonna be Shadow Esports trying their best to defend this. Of course, it is still a best of 5, but hey, you do not want to lose the first game and the momentum. So currently, Shadow Esports are trying their best to defend the situation. They certainly can, unless they get taken off or get taken over. Look at that Tempest of Blades already being used. Link is gonna try his best to secure the point. The AOT lands in, and here comes Faster as well with the Predator Strike. And that is gonna kind of not land anywhere. So that's a saving grace for Shadow Esports right now, as both the teams are trying to do something here. The mid turret is gonna go away, and here comes the brawl as well. Certainly legal being used. Bring down the veteran. Team gets taken down. There is a mix kill also coming out from Carry, making a double. This is just Clara and the gang left over. 3 people left. 3 girls left to take on 4, as both the inhibitor turrets are in danger right now.
They were definitely gonna lose both of them, and yes, one goes down, and the second as well. With the Yoga Blood area, look at the damage. Harry is definitely over at this time, and with a beautiful feathered airstrike coming in as a zoning experience, you can just use Farsa to force the people out of their own bases and the turrets. That is a smooth played game, and the first victory does go to now Meow Meow. So, what do you think? I feel like they might be taking in some notes from this and drafting accordingly. Maybe this time around, they did have a Matilda who was actually a supreme ranking.
Yeah, I mean, it's not about quite the picks, but definitely, I think Shadow Esports Nova could have tried to get a better front line on this occasion. I mean, definitely Matilda is fine, but who do you have else for the front line? And you don't have much of a zoning either, right? There's just a Phobius for the zoning. And once Vexana uses her skills, that is open season for Team 9 Meow Meow to strike in. And that is exactly why the carry gets the MVP from the opponent's team. That is the reason. We might have thought coming into this match that maybe the carry wouldn't be much of a reason. But hey, when you're having internet issues and when you're having so much of struggle frontlining the situation, that is exactly what you're going to face. So definitely 9 Meow Meow played their best out and they did draft well. So right now it is back to the drawing board for Shadow Esports Nova, as they are going to try to figure out what they can do better. Definitely on the picks as well as itemizations and maybe gameplay as well.
Uh-huh. But well, with this, the first round is over out of this best of five series between Shadow Esports Nova versus 9 Meow Meow. And guys, don't worry because we will be right back after a short break.
Where there is light, there are also shadows. Loneliness never bothers me. Our victories will be limitless. Never look back if you have nothing to regret. Let my will bend the earth! Like a string puppet, you are totally under my control. The future of Cadia Riverlands is in our hands. You are failing, the Oriental Warriors.
To me, fun is all that matters.
The southern seas are my domain.
And welcome back, guys. We are not gonna make you wait too much, honestly, because this is a best of five, and we are straight into the banning sections. Already, the Kadita as well as the 1-1 has been banned out. Both of them are pretty notorious for breaking team fights and ending them before they even start. So that is exactly why these two are prime on that banning list, whether it's the girls or the men's tournament. So right now we can see that it's open season, and I think Shadow Esports right now are gonna give some more respect to the FASA and think about the opportunities on the other end. We know that Clara likes to play the assassin, so maybe a better frontline on this occasion might work out. Maybe the Kufra, the Minotaur, or something like that. It might work. Miko, what do you suggest?
I believe that someone who can provide better like damage
Sir,
absorption and
what's
some
your
vision
command?
so that the assassin can just go in, reap it up and just come back. Because right now they don't really have the map awareness. They are not exactly sure about the enemy positioning. So while it is not really bad as a rumor to go with Matilda,
Let's make
but
the
Matilda is
whole
definitely
world
famous for the
green and
support utility
lively.
kind of draft. So here we would definitely need either to go with a utility jungler or maybe a tank for an assassin.
Oh, look at that. This time, the YSS is not going to go unsheltered. He is going to be picked up. And that is great, honestly. The YSS can definitely work, especially if your team is playing aggressive and trying to snowball on this occasion. But hey, on the other hand, it is going to be the Shadow Esports Nova who will get the preference for picking up the Irthel as well as the CC on this occasion. So a damage offlaner, a damage goal laner. Now you have
Let's
the
go.
freedom to go for maybe a tanky utility jungler or maybe an assassin
Oh,
as well. And pair that up with a great Roma, it is going to work out. So, what do you expect, Miko, from this current draft right now?
well, I'm just looking at the like sides being changed. There's going to be a Erether yet again, but this time around again, the CC was exchanged and is just going to be Matilda onto the side. But definitely sends Gatot Kacha to the EXP lane. But
Mm.
Gatot Kacha versus a CC, I guess both of them will be trying to go in for the flanks. Because I don't
Yeah,
really think Matilda is good as when it comes to being a mage. So definitely a roam Matilda
Always on
with
the
the
way.
EXP Gatot Kacha. They are still missing a Golden Verse and a mage.
fundamentally. Mm. And
Definitely
on the
Fasa
side.
should be good, but then again, like you can only ban so many heroes.
Exactly. I think the Fasa can be picked up by Shadow Esports Nova right here, and that would play great because honestly, the YSS is something you need to deal with on this occasion. So you might need the CC as well as some distance from the YSS because we know the passive of
Mhm.
YSS, guys. He has to come in order to keep his passive alive. So what are they going to choose on this occasion is the question. The Lunox is being slowed here,
I
but hey, this is going to be the Minotaur? Is it going to be the Minotaur? Oh no! It is going to be the Hylos. Okay. How does this work around with the YSS, Miko?
Vices definitely has like crit based damage and he does not really have HP based damage. So having a
Payback
high HP hero
time.
like Hylos is definitely helpful. And I do believe that they will be banning carry as well. Because I was just thinking when you said like SDS could definitely have gone for the Farsa, but then again the enemy already has a Gatot Kacha. So like picking up a Farsa against a Gatot Kacha is not really that wise. So exactly as I thought they would be banning Farsa and carry, that is exactly what they did. But then
I've been
again, there is
waiting for too
CT and there is
long.
Sasolian, there is still Vixana or like even a lot of other mages who are viable. There is a Kadita as well, which I feel like could be good if you are like if you're good at it and like fast hands with Petrify, of course. But let us see what they go for. There is a last ban coming in from Team 9 MS.
Hmm. Is
Oh,
it
it's
a
gonna
wise
be
choice
Lunox
Come
ban.
and
to
join me in
Is it
my
a wise choice
dream
to
world.
just pick up the Hylos and ban the Fasa? What do you think might be going on in the minds of Novas right now? As we still have the carry open, and as we saw for 9 Meow Meow, they aren't quite scared
Uh,
of picking
uh,
up the carry. So carry is banned actually. Okay, never mind. That is going to be the carry being banned as well. And Zacian being picked up. So
Crowned
we
by
have the
heaven's
YSS on one
mandate,
hand
my
with the global
legacy
ultimate
shall
stun, and
endure.
then there's the Zacian as well. Both of them are gonna make it impossible for flanks to be delivered. What do you think, Miko?
I feel that is good, and Vices has a global map hack, like the fleet office with that, the mountain tracker. So
Time
we
and
also
tide
have
wait for
another
no
one, the
man,
Divine Empress
nor
Etienne
girl.
herself, also providing the same kind of like map hack. But then again, oh, Azushin and Beatrix. I feel like Beatrix is pretty underdog of these tournaments and all because she is a highly mechanical hero and not a lot of people
Butterfly is
are able
born
to
by
use
thy
her to her full
wish,
extent.
guided
But then
by
again, if you
lantern's
definitely know
light.
how to play her, she is definitely gonna be a force to reckon with.
Yes, definitely. So, Anne, the Beatrix, along with the Zutin, I mean, a couple of seasons ago, she was the
Still
most
waters
famous
run deep.
means to be picked up, but right now, she is not quite hot in this meta. But against the Hylos, I mean, definitely, oh my, I would love to have a Hylos in the opponents when I'm playing this Zutin. And that is exactly what Team 9 have gone with, along with the Beatrix pick right here. And she is kind of making it into the meta right now. I mean, we have seen at the hells of Kelra right now how good a Beatrix can be. The question is, can they actually pull off something like that? And there's going to be the Clara picking up the Ling once again. So definitely, she is not somebody who's going to give into the hate. She's going to double down on the pick once again. Can this time be something different here? Is the question. There we go. The drafts are falling in. This is going to be game number 2. First game has gone to 9mm already. This is a best of 3. So this game is going to be the deciding factor of the pressure. Right now, this is going to be the draft, and we would like your audience to let us know which team are you supporting, which team has the better draft. And Miko, what do you think on this occasion?
I feel like again drafting Link, that is definitely like, Clara is definitely trying to redeem herself. But then again, let's see what's happening, because I definitely feel that YSS might just have a bit more dominance. But then again, YSS definitely comes a bit later as compared to Link. So this is definitely going to be the early game, which is going to be very important. So if we can get to manage to get some kills in the early, look at that Lucian with the fluttering race and the lantern light, dealing a lot of annoyance to Zetian right there.
Exactly. And that is the kind of potential with a Zacian you have. You have the range, but then again, you come any closer to the Zacian, then you're gonna get just pulled over, and like a crane, you're gonna get picked up and dragged over. So that is some things which we have to take care of. While the YSS is trying to farm his way, and so is the Ling. Which jungler is gonna get the first blood is the question, because both of these junglers are pretty well snowballing type. So we have to see. There we go. The Hylos is already camping. Penny is gonna have to zone right here. But look at the damage coming out from this Asian. Oh my god. Penny is low as well. And then it's gonna be the first blood coming in. All the Gazut cut is already pretty low. But there needs to be some more support coming in. Look, the Asian coming in plus as well. She has to run for her life. But somehow they got the trade-off as well. Unless Ling wants to actually jump in for the Gazut Kata is the question. But up top, okay, we see the YSS coming in as well. Caesar is somehow gonna Asian in the air. That is gonna be Ling using the Tempest of Blades, diving in. As I said already, the Ling is thirsty for blood. She didn't get quite a lot of kills in the first game, but this game she is ready and she wants the revenge. So far it is a 2-1 scoreline with the turtle spawning in. Tempest of Blades already being used, so this is gonna be a little hard for Shadow Esports Nova to take this turtle. Zacian is still not on a level 4 here, Miko.
At the same time, YSS also uses Dauntless Speed, but then again, he actually missed it on Ripple. That is exactly why he did not get the kill, but then again, I do think that Zacian definitely has the upper hand when it comes against a Hilo.
That is gonna be a kill onto CC, yeah. And that just makes it easier for 9mm right now to secure the turtle. And I think Shadow Esports aren't even interested in the turtle. They are being disciplined here. They do not want to take any more chances than they should have, especially with a YSS in the opponent. Because that just means you are giving farm to the YSS, which you do not want to do, and you just want to farm your Airtel. So maybe an emphasis on the goal lane is what is needed. And look at that. That is going to be a clever maneuver using the Asia's passive. And this is going to be the solution as well. Coming in, and Zacian has to use the ultimate. But this is going to be Shiza picking up a kill onto Xenia right there. So far, whatever gameplays have been played, it has resulted in Shadow Esports winning the team fight. But that is good, while the turtle still hangs in for 9mm right here. So far, goal leads aren't really an issue. Shiza getting kills is definitely worth it, as well as the Link. Look at YSS farming it out. Ada is trying her best to get on that level, and Hylos has to run away for now, because she doesn't want to get caught. Oh, look at that beautiful connection coming in, but I'm afraid that is Carry Pie, who is not Kero Pie, I guess, is not really available. Maybe, because the circling eagle on this occasion could have resulted in a double kill as well as that turret here, Miko.
Yeah, definitely. Also, Axel should have gone ahead. I was definitely expecting a bit of a follow-up from the MM. Because, the Dauntless Blade connected on to 2 people. Even before that, Madhani was really wise in baiting out Lucian's divine armaments, and without the passive, he is kind of vulnerable. We did see Lucian follow that up with the Crimson Beacon, but Lucian with the Crimson Beacon does not really have enough damage to finish it off, and ended up dying herself. I just feel like
Zushina has
Nine
to
and
watch out
not
though.
really being together this time. The synergy is definitely missing from them.
Exactly. What? Look at that! As you say, that is gonna be a beautiful pick off coming out from Ada right here. That is a good gank, especially when the Zushin was low. I was kind of scared for the Zushin there. She might have got taken out, but look at Clara. She is gonna go for the Zushin right here, but she does not make it. But here we go. We got Fayu, who is there to wrap them up, and we go with the Tempest of Blades as well. He does have a chance, and Clara is gonna pick up the kill onto Ada. Can he get another one is the question. But bottom low, that is gonna be a solo kill coming from Akio. So a turtle on this side, but Akio is gonna try her level best to get that bottom turret as well. They should, however, try to get that top turret to be in this goal lead still.
This definitely shows us that they're coming back, and this time they are definitely up for redemption. With the scoreboard already 1-0 in favor of 9mm. Look like Shadow Sports is definitely giving it their all to redeem themselves. Even Clint Ling is doing pretty good. 2-0-2, that is a good score.
Exactly. And situations are kind of numb right now. The goal lead hasn't gone haywire still. And both the junglers are looking pretty good, honestly, especially Clara on that link, while the bottom turret has just fallen. So that is a concern as well. So the objectives have to be kept in mind for Shadow Esports, because come at late game, both the YSS and Akio on that Beatrix are going to be some trouble. But look at that trouble is in the mid lane as ultimates are going to connect. But there comes Clara. She doesn't have an opening though. So her team needs to make an opening so that she can dive in. For now, it is going to be her going for the top lane. That is a clever maneuver. Smart girl she is. And Akio is spending some good time on that bottom lane farming up. So both the teams are still not giving an edge to each other here.
Yeah. With this, the Dauntless Fleet being used as a weapon, both the teams are doing pretty well, but if you check out the gold, I feel like 9mm definitely still has a bit of a lead. And once again, Link going in with the Tempest of Blades onto them. And good.
Look at that! Look at the damage! From Sayu! Oh my god, the damage coming in from Sayu along with her ultimate. That proves the point here, as we are gonna go into the mid lane as well. Henny is gonna put her life and on the line for that mid lane turret, and that pays off beautifully as Shadow Esports Nova are gonna get that bottom mid turret as well. YSS is gonna be forced to use the retribution to secure that red buff, and the bottom turret is unchecked as well, so somebody has to go defend that, as the turtle is for sure gonna go in the hands of Shadow Esports Nova right here.
The turtle. But there's the turtle, and the goal difference has finally tilted up to the side of SDES right now.
And look at that.
Akiko is in a really bad position, but okay. She definitely knows when to, get away from there. I think she could have just gone in for the gold crab, the gold raptor instead. But this definitely looks like a good setup. Lucian is here, and and down. So Carlos just like that. At the mention of AOT, but with this, they definitely are gonna lose the turret.
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
So one sacrifice on bottom and a turret on top. That is definitely great, because a roamer for a turret is something you would take any day of the week. But right now, look at Beatrix. Look at his position. Akiko is there, and she's gonna take out Shiza on that beautiful, clever maneuver right there to just gank it out, and that is going to be pause being used. So both the teams are going to use this timer to have a breather and fix their mid to late game strategies, because both these teams right now are going head to head. Shadow Esports has a slither of their way ahead, but things can change in the land of dawn. You guys know it. So things have to be maintained. Miko, what do you think is gonna happen right now?
Now, they definitely need to get a kill off the link right now because he has been flying around a lot. But let us see, it's already around 9 minutes past. So let us have a look at the builds. So looks like this time around. So looks like went for the malefic gun as well. He does have a few items, but he definitely needs a bit more crit items to get the damage dealing. But then again, Beatrix already has the BOD. Actually, Beatrix has a bit better damage as compared. Ling has a Berserker, so that is definitely looking good. But at the same time, Vices also has 2 items. I feel like Vices is gonna start dealing a lot of damage right now. And if there is a good backup coming in from Beatrix, that is gonna be troublesome indeed.
I think so as well. As you can see, the first Lord has just made his way. And right now, Shadow Esports are pretty interested, but look at the positioning from the YSS right here. Up top, is it going to be troublesome for Shadow Esports is the question. But hold, look at the kind of situation we are in, Miko.
It's all-out brawl right now. A master is coming in already down from the side of 9 and then only Vices also goes down.
The red team has slain the Lord.
Are we like?
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
Are we live or no?
Team turret has been destroyed. Blue team turret has been destroyed.
Well guys, we have been facing some technical difficulties in this kind of a weather and situation. Look at that, Tempest of Blades being used. Mega kill coming in for Akiko. There's some Clara right there, and it is Shadow Esports knocking on the door. Oh! The 9mm, not just knocking. Look at Lisa, as she's just diving deep to get kills. But that might have been a chance right here, because he just gets taken out from Ada coming off the respawn. So right now, situations are turning for now. So Shadow Esports have to be a little disciplined. They do have a 5k goal lead, but 5k is nothing, especially how things can change. Especially if you have a YSS as well as a Kiko on that marksman right there. So situations are taking a turn. So will Shadow Esports be able to close it out, or can something be done by this duo of Beatrix as well as the Matilda? Okay, Ada is still farming in. And what do you think of the builds, Miko? Are things going like just the way you would wish for?
I definitely feel like they don't really have enough late game to like compete against Irithel, and Ling. So it's gonna be really hard for Vices alone until unless Akiko does do something good. I think Beatrix is not really that much of a scaling into the late game.
Yeah, unless she can pull off something like she did on Tushiza in that top lane, something which will be around the range or surprising capabilities. But without that, the Lord marching down top, and it seems like the lanes are really well managed. So Shadow Esports are right now looking full confident in closing this one. It is a big behemoth challenge for 9mm to actually defend on this occasion, and we can see it already. The Lord has marched in with all the minions are clashing into the turret. Ling is somehow gonna try to get that bottom turret as well, and look at that, there's the damage coming in as well, and there's the Irithel on top of everything, but the Irithel gets taken out by Akiko. Double kill for him as well. So this is where it is gonna be somehow a defense for Team 9mm. Sayu has to run out.
Why? What the? Okay, that was a bit stupid. I got that kappa, but okay. Like last time, so Irithel was really free, and that was a wrong decision. But is he alive? Are we live?
Yeah, I think yeah.
Red team turret has been destroyed.
But this.
Red team turret has been destroyed.
What are we?
Sniper ready. Give me a target. Focus. One shot, one kill. Target locked.
Koopa are the best partners in the world! Go, Koopa! Uh-oh. I'm running out of pranks to play. Come and protect me, Koopa! Don't move, don't move! I'm aiming my spears at you! Koopa is Papa's best friend, and only friend.
The southern seas are my domain.
And we are back, guys, into this best of five upper bracket finals. Empress Cup, it is organized by WOT, and we have been facing quite a bit of technical issues, and we cannot promise that it won't happen again because it might. But hey, please stay here and stay tuned. We always appreciate the support you guys are putting in, even though we are facing difficulties. And definitely, this is for the women of this community. This is for the Nari Shakti, or Shakti as we call it
Let's go.
in our culture. So, as we know, women are the symbols of Shakti, and we can see Utkahi Pradarshan in this scenario. Demonstration of power has been shown by both the teams actually, because the first game was taken by 9 Meow Meow, and the second has been
Sir,
greatly
what's your
taken by
command?
Shadow Esports Nova. So definitely, both these teams are very equally matched right now. 1-1 reached the score line, and there's three more games to go if we go the whole series. Bans are gonna be pretty good. Honestly, it's gonna be the same. It is gonna be the Kadita, Uranus, and Fanny on for the Shadow Esports. And this time around, for the likes of 9mm, it is gonna be the Hetty as well. It is going to be the 1-1, as well as the Tigress, Irrital, as well as the CC on the side. Okay, so that's
Let's hear
going
from
to
the
be
crowd.
a respect
Make some
band coming
noise for
in,
yours
and
truly.
definitely that is some respect paid off to Sayu on the CC. As we can see, she did use a lot of great effects on the CC. But what is going to be picked up first is the question. This time around, it is going to be Shadow Esports Nova on for the first pick. Do you think a YSS works here, Miko?
Mm, well, he is still viable. I would definitely say that, Badang is also open. Kimi, not so much because I don't see anyone using her. But then again, I do believe that there are some other heroes as, but no, it's gonna be a
Okay.
Badang, as I said.
Oh, I mean, the Badang was banned on two occasions, but this time around, since they decided to ban the CC and the Irtul, the Badang has been left open. And well, the Badang is really well played by Sayu, so this is going to be some mind games being played by Shadow Esports. But on the other side, it is going to be a Phobius taken
I am
in.
not the
While the
only one
Badang can
bound
be a
by
flex
these
pick, the
chains.
Phobius is going to go to the off lane. So in the rare occasion that a Badang is played against a Phobius, who do you think has an upper hand here, Miko?
I would definitely say that Badang would be better.
Always on the way.
But then
Mm-hmm.
again, it also does matter how you play the Phobius as well, because if Phobius is
They
a
call
very
me a
good comfort
hero
pick for you,
because
then
I saved my
maybe you
nation
could
from
give
falling
Badang a run
apart.
for his money.
Exactly. And this time around, it is going to be an Uno reverse because Clara is going to pick up that YSS for herself. So definitely, maybe she's just bored playing the Ling right now. She's going to pick up the YSS. And definitely, YSS on this occasion can be great, but only if you can snowball, or else it is just a liability, which does force 9mm here to play an assassin with the carry as well. So this time around, no ban sections. They're gonna instantly pick up the carry as well as the YSS. So definitely
I've
something is
been
cooking,
waiting for
but
too
the
long.
FASA is left open. Are they gonna pick it up? Because 9mm on the FASA does really well. Miko, what do you suggest here?
Uh-huh. Like that is a bit of like, they did ban a lot of their heroes, so they are gonna steal their other heroes as well. Because we did see that Carrie performed really good in the first game. So while they stole Matilda from them, they're also trying to get Carrie away from them. The last ban coming in, this could be Farsa maybe, or even there are some other heroes, but no, it is a Farsa.
Payback time.
Yeah, I mean, you went through all these explanations, but it is still gonna be a Fasta being picked and a Zacian being banned.
Crowned by
That is
heaven's
what I like,
mandate,
honestly.
my
The
legacy
Zacian
shall
can kind of counter
endure.
the Fasta. So her being banned is definitely great. Because there's just one map hack though. So 9mm, while they have banned the counter for the Fasta, they have also
Experience the
made it pretty
euphony
clear
of
that the
suffering.
map hacks are gonna be available on the side of Shadow Esports Nova. And the Granger being banned out is gonna make things tricky because
Muscle
the
of
Granger does
iron,
well, honestly, against the
bones of
carry.
steel.
But we'll have to see what happens next. The Gatot Kacha has been banned out, and we have one remaining ban on the side of Shadow Esports Nova.
I was just thinking that, like after picking Farsa, they
When the
definitely
body
need to ban
suffers,
Gatot Kacha
the
and yeah.
spirit
So Zetian
blooms.
and Gatot, both of them providing a lot of room, space for Farsa to operate. And just like the first match, that is a good combo. But then again, I feel like maybe we might be seeing a recapture of Vexana, or maybe we might see some other hero. Let us see. It's gonna be Ada or Akiko getting the pick. So it's gonna be either the MM or the Hypo.
Yes, exactly. So, and on the scale, I think there is some opportunity. Honestly, the Ixia can do well along with the Matilda and Fasa. She can definitely have the whole artillery to go in, but they will need kind of a jungler which is
Time
tanky
and
enough.
tide
But
wait
look
for
at that,
no man,
Akiko is gonna
nor
double
girl.
down on her Beatrix right now. She is not gonna go for any other goal laner. So that is some ego play coming in as well, and which is great because honestly, Clara did the same in the second game, and she did prove herself with the Ling here. So it is not just about playing; it's about honor, guys, on the stadium, and definitely these girls are showing tonight what it is meant to play on the biggest stages. Two more left in the closet for Shadow Esports Nova.
Huh?
What do you think, Miko? Okay, Zaf.
Yes, that definitely comes off as a
Feed,
surprise because I did not
destroy,
expect to see a Zaf, but
conquer.
okay. Let us see how they plan to use him because this definitely comes off as a big surprise to me.
Honestly, Lenny does play the Zast pretty well. I've seen her, and that is kind of her signature pick, if you call it. But definitely,
Okay.
the Zast has to be positioned well. But there are positions here. Honestly, the YSS can have a stun. There's the Batang, and there is Henny on that Minotaur as well. So these are some signature picks coming out from both the teams.
See
But
value
as
in
we talk
me?
about it, it is going to be the Fredrin
You
which
should.
is being used. So back to basics as we go. 9mm are going to use kind of similar lineup which they used in the first game. Of course, barring sort of the Irithel as well as the Phobius. So who is going to win this time around is the question. Ada has some success on that Fedrin. Can she replicate it in this third match of the best of five series? 1-1 reads the scoreline, but the story is yet to be written. So here we go live. Audience in the chat, let us know which team are you supporting. You guys have been loud and clear. So we want more of that coming in from your side. And Miko, I would like your views. Which draft is better this time around?
Hmm. I feel both of them are pretty well drafted, but then again, I do see quite a bit of potential coming in from 9mm. But let's see what's going on.
Smash them! All
Yes,
troops
exactly.
deployed!
All the lane is coming in, and it is gonna be a face-off between the two behemoths. As we can see, these are the top two teams currently left out in this tournament right now. So it is gonna be a spectacle to see who is gonna reach the grand finale out of these two teams. As both of these teams are trying their best, honestly, and come it what may, they are fighting for their spot in the grand finals. Who is gonna take the first blood? It is yours to be guessed.
Now let's see. I do believe that Farsa might just have a high chance, but then again, we can see Beatrix being pretty dominant. Matilda trying to give us some version, checking out which buff is being taken, the lethal, like But then tougher. Oh, Frederick is pretty fast with his juggling.
Yes, definitely so. And honestly, against the YSS, Fedrin is gonna have the better jungle player. So far we can see Minotaur is gonna try to zone things out, but she's gonna be forced to use the flicker, and Clara is ready now. Maybe this is a baiting opportunity, but she has the stone herself, so she has to back down and take a fight elsewhere. For now, none of the bloods have been taken. Clara is still gonna wait for the occasion, but this is gonna be 9mm gonna try for the top, but Caesar is too smart to know this is coming. But look at that, the weather effect coming in. Sayu is gonna avoid it. Okay, she did not avoid it. She just took it like a Giga Chad here, chat. So that is something, taking in the blow, and there's the Predator Strike, which is not in the arsenal for 9mm right now. The turtle is already half HP. Phobius is trying to cause distractions. Who is gonna be the turtle taking? That is gonna be Clara leaving the scene as Ada is gonna take the turtle. Perfect zoning from, this is gonna be Phobius right here. Ada is minor. She is gonna take the zoning as well, but look at that Predator coming in once again. Miss Lenny gets taken away. Here we go, Phobius once again going on to Clara, and this is gonna be the attack with the perfect beautiful teleport to 3 people, or make it 4, but there is no backup to be made. So Miko, your inhibitions on that mid lane as last is kind of proving out to be true. Does it get better in the late game?
As I said, my point was I do prefer the draft again for 9mm more. But then again, like, draft is just around 40% of it. The execution, the macros and the micros are definitely very, very important. Okay, I don't see them actually spawning near the top lane a lot. Carry using the safe route, making sure that she is not fully picked off. But at the same time, it looks like everyone is heading towards the lane. For party, Beatrix definitely has better clear. Maybe she'll just use up her ultimate, or maybe clear it out fast and try to rotate once again, because the turtle is gonna be at the top lane this time. Oh, Fasta just gave out the vision.
She did give out the vision, but she did get the gold raptor right here. And 4 people are there. Last can Memes just use the ultimate, or Minotaur can use the minion fury right here. But so far they are not quite willing to engage. Maybe the call from the captain right here is let YSS farm it out. Then we can take all the engages we want. And look at YSS. Cleverly, Clara is taking out the bottom turret. Minions being used defensively, and they are gonna play it safe for now. SDF is definitely doing great. And look at that, YSS is gonna cheekily, smartly take that bottom turret. That is exactly what we want, honestly. This discipline is something new, but Sayu is gonna lose her life. Maybe that engage wasn't meant to be, and so far, SDF are playing it safe, playing it smart, but there are a few mistakes hiding in the corner. These mistakes can be costly here, Miko.
Exactly. I feel like the engage was a little unnecessary, because that was a beautiful trade. They did decide to not go for the turtle and just directly go in for the turret instead. But then again, the whole team is not really being benefited from this. So the goal difference is slowly but steadily definitely starting to show. And the way Farfa is winning them out, the kills, they are also starting to keep out. So we can see the items. We already see that the Thunderbelt is donned in by the Duck. Also, Farsa going in for the anti-heal, understandable. Zask, on the other hand, what kind of items does he have? He was definitely going in for the Starlium side, but then he decides to go for the glowing wand instead. So he has this half-half item from the start. Carry, on the other hand, not going in for the boost. That is a great decision. So look at that.
Yeah. Oh, look at the Bazang with the reverse coming in. Here comes Zack as well. This is gonna be the minion with the minion fury as well. Minion Bazooka coming in to see people. But it is gonna be a kill at least. She's using the flicker beautifully to get a kill once again. It is gonna be the final element. Another of HP, no more, as double kill comes in for Caesar as well. Definitely a little late to save Clara, but SDS has definitely taken the pie here. They get a turret as well as a couple of kills. So definitely slowing the tempo of the game down for Clara to come in. Did pay off on this occasion. And look at that. YSS is gonna try right now to get a bit of an edge. Shiza is being so brave, but she is gonna lose her life because she does not have any backup left. So definitely they are getting a little bit of too excited here, Miko.
I feel like Carrie's aggression is not down, but then again she is a bit overzealous using the aggressive flicker, also like jumping in without any backup. Like there was no run, no tank, no one. So that was definitely a bit of a bad call right there. And well, it doesn't look like she is going to lose. Yeah, the turret is going to be low.
I mean, you lose a life and then there is an opportunity for the opponents to take the turret. That is why it's so important to not make mistakes on the grand stages. And I think there is some communication gap coming in from the girls right here. Because I see that the initiations are late, or maybe the damage dealers are early. So they need to coordinate this for Shadow Esports Nova to shine right here. On the other side, if we talk about 9mm, well, they do have the upper hand. They can play it aggressive, but they are not quite being able to. They have tried camping in the bushes of the goal lane for 4 times right now, and they haven't been quite successful. So they need to mix up the strategies right here, Miko. What do you say?
Yeah, and with that, the boss has also left it up. So this time around, I feel like, again, Rice definitely has enough farm right now, so he needs to be a little aggressive because I feel the team does want to engage, but without the jungler, they are not really able to do as much as they want because I don't think both the laners even with us all look at that. The engage was very good, but then again, no follow-up. Yeah.
Wait, this is what I was talking about. Lini gets taken out mid, while Badang gets taken out top. Both the front laners have used their ultimates for no good reason, and this definitely looks scary if you're a Shadow Esports Nova fan, because things have taken a bad turn. Mino cannot do much. She's just gonna burn a flicker for no reason here, because they're gonna lose the mid turret anyways. Clara has been smartly farming it out in top lane. This is great, but we will need communication if we are looking to win this one for Shadow Esports Nova. On the other side, this is the perfect opportunity for 9mm right here to take the cherry along with the cake. They have the Lord in sight. And I think right now they might be in a position to take this Lord. They have the goal lead as well as the power spike.
Now I just feel like this YSS is definitely playing like a Zilong. So the split push and all, it's beautiful, it's good. But at the same time, like, you definitely have to come in for the team fight because I just see Carrie being over aggressive. But I'm trying to give up sets, but then again, no follow-ups. Those things are pretty much futile. Even Zach does not really have AoE.
That was a good takeaway, but it didn't result in much. And this is going to result in a 5-man minion fury. But where is the damage going to come from? Is the question. Clara is going to escape 1 HP. So is Henny. But oh, we are with the Nimiro's passion. What a passionate display as they take out Henny as well as Caesar. And gonna easily take the Lord on this occasion. Unless Sayu has something to say about it, but she doesn't. She just has the emotes right now. So definitely trouble in paradise for Shadow Esports Nova.
But this Lord is really harder for them to defend. Although all of the turrets are still intact, I do predict the loss of at least 2 of them with this Lord. But there's Matilda also gives Enchanted Talisman that does let her spam a lot of shields for her teammates. Looks like they definitely want to get the inner turret. Two of the the ultimate have been burned down, feathered airstrike and Bennett's rage.
I mean, so far, Clara has been doing great for her role, but she doesn't really seem comfortable on that YSS too much, honestly. She has been kind of avoiding the fights and depending on her ultimate and first skill combo to get sort of a gank onto the opponents or get a burst onto the opponents. But hey, look at that, there's one more opportunity, but it is just a Matilda who can fly away. So Lenny using her ultimate as well as a Badang, so that is nothing which to be used. Henny has used her ultimate as well. So that mid turret is gonna fall, sure enough. This is about using your resources well, and definitely that is wasted resources here, Miko.
As I said, I did predict that two of the inner turrets will be lost, and that is exactly what happened with the Lord.
Yes, definitely. And we'll have to look for the goal here. Oh, look at one more flicker coming in from the Badang, but that is just fishback, which is gonna result in kills, and she's gonna take Shiza with her. Because this is looking grim. Miss Lenny, you have nowhere to run. You can use your shell though. Beautiful use of the shield there. Shell there to actually escape away from the situation. This is gonna be Clara who's gonna push up top, and Henny is gonna run for her life. But this is gonna be the bottom turret falling. They still have one more minion left, but the minions are gonna save the lives of Nova right for now. Because this is just 9mm knocking on the door. Here comes Clara, but she has nowhere to go. Coming in from top. Killing a fight, just loses her life. But here comes the artillery. They are trying to defend it. There we go, fishback being used defensively. And we can see the Phobius being lowered. But she is not gonna go without a fight. She's gonna fight, she's gonna die. And so far, it is going to be one inhibitor falling for S-Death, but still, they are still in the fight. Whereas we thought we might see an end here, Miko.
I definitely thought that could be the case because once Phobius went in, if Beatrix and Farsa were to follow up, that could have been so. But I think they are not seeing that much because there seems to be a bit of communication gap. They are not really synergized that well. And if Phobius was just running inside and without any help, like the flicker
We kind of now understand why Miss Lenny prefers this Zask pick right here. She's kind of using it as a siege, using it to throw her opponents out while they take the turrets. But how long will this last is the question, because without her ultimate, she is kind of a sitting duck. And talk about ducks, this is going to be Badang who is going to duck the flying eagle, circling eagle for now, and second lord is up to be taken. Who is gonna get the dessert here is the question. Sayu taking the jungler, but she doesn't have any help. So another lord goes in the favor of 9mm. Nino is gonna use the Miron Fury for no good reason, and this is gonna be Shiza, who is in the world of pain as well. Of course, this is gonna be the wind of nature saving her life. But right now, S-Death is not looking hot at all. And here we go. Here comes the third party. This is gonna be the Sparta who can be taken out. Look! We won! That is some saving grace, some hope in the land of dawn. As we saw Clara being the Superman and showing us that there's still hope for S-Death to survive in this one. As Carrie is alive, Miss Lenny is alive, they are going to be able to defend this Lord, but for how far is the question, because they are feeling it in the team fights.
That was already a good decision for Farsa to go alone looking in for an assassin. The Lord also never had the. Look at that, the spells are almost complete from everyone. Just one build missing. But then again, Carrie.
The Wind of Nature along with the anti-heal, that looks good.
Yeah, but she doesn't have the DHS yet.
Oh, that might be troublesome. Or maybe she is just going for the attack speed build. I mean, I don't know. Some people use this kind of a build, but I would personally have preferred the Malefic gun along with the DHS here, but maybe the heal coming out from Team 9mm is just too much, so she has to go for the C Hellboat like right there.
That is true. And the shoes also a bit late, but then again, she did get the shoes, so understandable. Beatrix with an attack speed shoe, also understandable, okay.
Is it? I don't know. But yeah, maybe it's understandable. But for now, what is not understandable is gonna be the communication gap which is coming in. Maybe from both the teams here, but more from Shadow Sports Nova. Can they do better? Is the question. Henny going just head first into that bush, and she could have been taken down, bursted down, but she just avoided that situation. But look at that Sayu connecting after the rebound. But Clara is in a situation where she has to avoid the Phobius. She is not going to be able to. Shunda is coming in from the Phobius. That is the first time she died, and this is going to be a double kill for the Phobius. Can they make it to Chipmunk? Chipmunk again, definitely close, and that's a complete wipeout for Team Meow Meow 9 as Esdeath.
The last item being Husklaw. That definitely is a bit of a strange build, but then again, okay.
Yes, definitely so. And while we have some interesting builds, the MVP of the match goes to Carrier on that Matilda, although she made some mistakes while checking the bush for Clara as she secured the double, but it still pays off in the end. And I think the greatest issue for Shadow Sports Nova has been their miscommunication rather than anything else. Chayu had been conducting beautiful ultimates, but for no backup, so she does not unfortunately get a good score here, and so doesn't Henry. So there's definitely some communication which needs to be solved and solved fast because it is going to be 2-1 in favor of 9 Meow Meow, who are currently leading and trying to get their hands onto that grand finale spot right here.
Also shadows. Loneliness never bothers me. Our victories will be limitless. Never look back if you have nothing to regret. Let my will bend the earth! Like a string puppet, you are totally under my control. The future of Cadia Riverlands is in our hands. You are failing the Oriental Warriors.
It's my job to protect him here.
To me, fun is all that matters.
The southern seas are my domain.
Let's make the whole world green and lively.
Sir, what's your command?
And welcome back, guys. This is gonna be the fourth game in this best of five series, and so far, 9 meow have taken a 2-1 lead against Shadow Esports Nova for now. So things are pretty dire with the backs against the walls for the girls of Shadow Esports Nova, as 9 meow are looking to close out this one. Communication gaps have been there, so things are having a bit of an issue. But look at the banning section. We can see some familiar bans along with the Florine and Irithel. Of course, there's going to be the 1-1 being banned out, and there's going to be the Fanny
Let's go.
Kadita being banned as well. That leaves space for the Batang and for a lot more picks. But this is still going to be an Uranus being banned out. That means Fasta, Batang, and maybe even the YSS is left open. Miko, what would you choose with so many flavors on the plate?
Has awakened.
That is definitely a tough question to answer, but then, okay, they have already answered it for us.
Let's hear from the
There's
crowd.
going to be a CC
Make some
first pick,
noise for yours
so they
truly.
definitely know how important CC is. And since Badang really did not do well, Badang did not really get a lot of help from his teammates, so they definitely want to lock into CC instead. Sasa, on the other
Mhm.
hand, I definitely believe that she is very viable. But then again, Gatot and Zetian, both of them are open, so she might just get countered.
Payback time.
Exactly, and I'm kind of glad the FASTA was picked up because the FASTA has been the strong point for Team 9 meow, and they have always won it on the FASTA. Clara is gonna once again double down on
They
that
call me a
YSS here,
hero because I
so
saved my
things
nation from
are
falling
gonna
apart.
get heated for now. While the CC is kind of perfect in the EXP lane, we have seen how successful it can be played by Sayu right here, so who is going to be it paired up with is the question. He's going to go to the off lane. Are they going to pick up? Yes, they are going to pick up the Hylos. I was thinking either Gatut Kacha or the Hylos. But I think Gatut Kacha could have made a little more sense here, Miko, since
My
there's
mission
the
is to
faster.
protect lives.
Yeah,
When the body
it definitely
suffers,
would have, but oh,
the
look at
spirit
that. They
blooms.
are going in for the biases yet again for the split pushes, I guess. But then again, I don't really think that is the wisest way to play your biases. But then again, the Benedetta onto the enemy. I believe you said that Benedetta is one of the signature heroes for Clara.
Yeah, and I think this is just
Oh,
gonna be taken away as Ida might be trying to show Clara that hey, I can play the Benedetta as
Time
well.
and tide
So
wait for
she's picking a
nobody.
weapon from her
Not
arsenal,
girl.
as Shiza this time around is gonna pick up the Beatrix. So this is right back at them as Hakiko is being showed that hey, I can play the Beatrix as well, and
Crowned by
maybe
heaven's
even better
mandate,
than you.
my legacy
So
shall
a good ban
endure.
coming in, the Zacian being banned out. That just once again means that the map hack is going to be present for Shadow Esports Nova. But who is going to be on the banning list next? We have three bans left. And Miko, what would you like to see on the banning list if you're coming from Nova's side?
mm, if I'm coming from Nova's side, I would say an Emin, maybe Carrie.
Carry makes sense, but then again, you have CC as well as the Hylos on that side. And right, you are cookie points for Miko as the
I've been
carry
waiting for
gets
too long.
exactly banned out. So maybe one more ban coming in, and who is it going to be is the question. There are lots of options. The Benedetta can kind of be stopped by the Kufra or maybe the Akai as well, because Bene is kind of tricky to actually go on to, especially with YSS and Fasa. So the backline is quite open, and this is what they would try to stop here. Minotaur wouldn't really make sense here, but they Nine Meow Meow still decided to ban it out nonetheless. Right now, I would like to see something else being banned out. Maybe the Phobius, because they do not have a good offlaner here, and the Phobius is definitely a great counter for the Benedetta. But they actually ignore the
Vessel
Phobius
of
and go for
fire.
the Gatutkache here.
Bones of
This is a
steel.
golden opportunity for Sayu to pick up that Phobius. But is it going to work well against the likes of the
CC,
Hylos as well
not
as the
really.
CC?
I don't think Phobius would be like a wise choice against a CC. So that is why maybe they did not go for the ban. But then again, like, let's see, a Ruby. A bit
Yeah.
questionable, but then again, that could be fine against Benedetta as well.
He does win the lane against the CC, but what is going to happen next is the question. I mean, you do not want to scoop up that high loss. Lapu makes quite some sense, but who is still going to stop the CC and the Benedetta
This
is the
land is our
question here.
homeland,
Lapu
and
is
it will
pretty
soon
strong,
be our
honestly.
burial ground.
She can just go 1v5, but oh, look at that. First time the Granger has been
Experience
left
the
open,
euphony
and
of
Akiko
suffering.
is going to pick that up. Who is going to be the mid laner for the side of Nine Meow Meow is the question. Zenya is going to try to pick up something here. The Kagura can kind of counter the Fasa as well, so what is it going to be is the question. You have kind of a squishy lineup if you're Shadow Sports Nova right now. So what exactly are you going to pick for this occasion? Kimmy is one of the nicer choices here, but she can get outranged sort of by the Fasta. What do you think, Nico?
Oh, so I'm not even sure what to say because Granger and Kimmy were always open. And I literally, every time I did mention that Kimmy was open, Badang was open, like these are some of the power picks,
I
and
will
no one
protect
even
you.
batted an eye. I talked about Lapu, but no one cared. Like, I don't know how every time no one even tried to pick up the meta heroes like Kimmy and Lapu, and suddenly they are all
Mm,
in for it. But then again, the last pick was the tank. So picking up
mm.
Granger and Kimmy, both of them are gonna have a really hard time against Lolita.
Yeah, but that's just one Lolita. And Miko, we are forgetting the big motorbiker in the house here. That is going to be Ada on that Benedetta. There's kind of no counter for the Benedetta right now. So, how exactly is Team Shadow Esports Nova going to deal with it? Is the question. Or are they
Yeah,
going to kind of underestimate it?
she doesn't have the petrify though, so it is not the same as usual Benedetta. So Benedetta onto the
Hmm.
jungle, that
That,
is
Smash
not
yeah,
them!
that powerful, I would say.
All
But then
troops
again,
deployed!
once
definitely.
again, I don't like the draft coming in from 9mm. So
Hmm.
that Lolita and Lapu, that Japanese force are right into the hole. So let us see if the plans actually work as well as they're supposed to.
Exactly, and ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in right now, this is the Empress Cup Upper Bracket Finals organized by WOT. This is Roots Official along with Miko in the caster's desk, and you're watching game number 4. 2-1 reached the scoreline in favor of 9 Meow Meow as Shadow Esports Novas are having their backs against the wall. The girls have to dig down deep and push something here because they are in a situation where they have something to lose. Because there were some communication gaps last game around. So this time around, I would think that they might just square it all up.
Oh, the Law and Order stun coming in and Kimmy as well, but then again, the Guardians will work.
Yeah. If not for the backup coming in, Shisa might have been in a bad place right already. And that's just 1 minute 30 seconds into the game. For now, it is going to be Akio getting kind of the free wave right here. And Shisa has to recall back. She's going to lose some minions. But look at the losses in the mid lane as well. As Xenia is going to get pushed, but no kills for now. First blood is still not being taken yet. But this is going to be Lindy trying to reposition herself. Here comes Ada and Henry. Henry is pretty low. She's going to get first blooded for now as the book is opened by Team 9 Meow Meow and the turtle as well. So that's just one pick off, one turtle. Plain and simple strategy. While Clara is going to try the same strategy here, trying to push, trying to get some of that gold right here. And the
flicker was just burnt out by Lapo. That was a little too early. And as usual, I feel like Sarah does not believe in turtles and fights a lot because she is definitely playing pretty fast first. So that is definitely going to be troublesome. Once again, the Guardians will walk saving her. But then again, the fight is going strong. The Dauntless Fleet has been used to provide some vision, and they definitely know that the gold lane is in trouble.
Definitely so, and that is why there are some issues right now in the camps of Shadow Esports Nova, as this is going to be a YSS using up the Retribution, trying to secure the jungle, because this time around, they know exactly how this YSS is going to play. The YSS is going to ignore the objectives and try to farm, but this time around they have the Feather Strike for their advantage. But look at Hylos with the Glorious Pathway chasing in, but this is going to be CC knocked down low, but the fourth blood is going to come in, the second blood actually, for Akiko, and that can be a double kill as well, as Ada is going to join the action. The mid turret is in for the taking as well, and they might just be able to pick that whole turret up. In fact, there's just minions which are lacking, and except for that, thing is looking quite proper and in position here. So definitely Shadow Esports not having the best of their days.
Definitely not. Even Farsa being using the feathered airstrike just to kill him. That was a chunky move to do. But okay. Even if you do clear it out and then you come to gank, I don't think that's going to be much helpful. But then again, the Iron Hide is here, so both the teams are trying to use their way off the Iron Hide. But Lapu just melted. He just started and he was melted. That's really early.
Look at the Ada though. Ada gets shaken out by Karma early game within 5 minutes. So that is just some shine of hope right here in amidst the dark skies, as 9mm right now are kind of leading with the MMs right now, honestly, with both the Kimmy as well as the Ranger. And look at Henny, she is going to come in blind as she is in a world of pain, taken out already. The damage from Kimmy and Ranger is too much, but here comes the Matrix with the reply, takes out the Ranger, and there is an opportunity for the Fasa as well. kill. Oh, Lenny is there, and Ada is gonna kick up the double kill though. Can she get the triple? It's a question. No, but this is gonna be a face-off where Clara wins it, but at what cost? Cause two of her teammates have already fallen, but that's a good one cause 3 members have fallen for 9mm, and they can get the bottom front? No, they are not gonna be able to. No! Oh, Fearless Clara just loses her life for nothing right there. She might have just not even looked properly for Akiko, who had just come off respawn.
A bit too overzealous if you ask me. Like, I feel like we have a Chandra in the mid lane for SDES and we have a Galong on the Hyper because the gameplays definitely are talking otherwise. Like, the executions are beautiful, but then again, that is a bit considering onto those heroes. Because why is it definitely looking more on the top of the Lapney definitely a good place and people because
Red team turret has
That
been
is this
destroyed.
dominance coming out from 9mm right here. There's nothing else to say. And here's Shadow Esports Nova trying to regroup, trying their best to do something on this occasion. Because there is just so little to do in this scenario where your farm is at a low end and you have 2 marksmen who actually need the farm to actually do something of preference here. Miss Lene, that is exactly why she has to use the Feather Airstrike to save the mid lane here, cause else it is gonna be run down just like now. So here comes the Feather Airstrike, good positioning by Lenny, but there's just nothing what else to do, cause there's just a 5-man group of coming in, and Ada coming in and taking the kill of Henny right here. She is literally unstoppable right now, and for good measure, but Sayu takes the kill from Xenia, the bravest fighter coming in. But here we go, Ada once again coming in, and this is nothing stopping her because there's no CC. So definitely just this burst which can stop her right now, and that is not really in
the
her
last
favor.
fight, I wouldn't really say that Fasa had good positioning because there was hardly anyone inside the Feather Airstrike. So that was definitely not really good, but at the same time, they did manage to take out Kimmy. That is really important because Kimmy was also going in pretty strong.
Yeah.
Now, I just feel like, Kimmy, Granger, and this Benedetta all are posing significant threats for Beatrice. So if you want to be able to farm properly, there's definitely has to be done something about all 3 of them. And
look at that
though. Do that together. You have to do that one by one.
Ooh, that was a cheeky kill coming in, the triple stat strategy. But here we go, bottom low. Bravest fighter being used, but she is outnumbered here. It's Sayu, and she is gonna face the face of death, as we call it. And there's just nothing you can do here, Rico.
Like, literally the same thing happened to both of them. Like, if you got ganked by 3 people, Lampo got ganked by 3 people, both of them, like, oh my god, we know what EXPs are supposed to do and we will do our duty. Without question, we're gonna die.
They are brave, in fact. But that is the problem here, honestly. Because even if the Fasa tries to position himself a bit more aggressive, or Caesar does that on the Beatrix, there's always Ada on that Benedetta who can just dive in, or the Granger, or the Kimmy. So the range is not really a factor with the dive-in potential from Ada, and that is exactly why they need the burst.
That
to burst Ada down before this
got
can
the
come
lore, by the way. So that was really close because Farsa was also there with the Feather Airstrike. It could have been Miss Lenny who stole the lore, and that could have been a huge break for Team SDES. But then again, it was after all Granger who finally got it.
Yeah, and things are gonna get interesting here as the Lord is gonna come in. Mid turret is gonna be protected somehow, but they are gonna lose the top one. So the tier 2 is all that remains in the mid side, while there is some possibilities to save the inhibitors. But the Lord hasn't come in yet, so the goal lead is currently 5k, but the Feather Airstrike is just being used defensively and still not gonna be able to do a lot, but it's just gonna be the saving grace because Akito gets killed that is a great opportunity to defend this one and hopefully not lose any more turrets. But SDS has to change the game here if they wanna successfully get this victory and this series. Cause one more loss and they're it. This is match point game for them. So what can SDS do here, Miko, to actually get the ball rolling and to turn the tides of the game?
As I said, they have to mark them individually because Akiko, Shanya, and Ada, all of them are pretty much problematic. But I feel like right now it is Benedetta who is the most problematic. So
Mhm.
marking her down is definitely crucial. But at the same time, they don't really have that much CC to hold a Benedetta down. So they will definitely have to, like, deal damage and chase her up.
I think the burst is gonna be their best friend here. You have to burst the Benedictor down, and of course save
But
the
to do
flickers.
that, the feather is like
Yeah.
definitely has to be positioned so that people are inside it. Because right now it's
Mhm.
just defensive, like you're stopping them from getting closer to you. But at the same time,
Yeah.
there's not many people who are actually inside the ring.
Yeah. And that is causing all the problems here.
And it
Maybe
has
the answer to the
damage.
pasta was Benedetta right all along. But look at that, Benedetta might have overspent her positioning, but she does not get punished. Ada is still here, and she is gonna get back her HP just like that. So the punishing potential from Shadow Esports is missing right now. They need to do something here to get that potential back. For now, it is still gonna be in the courtroom of 9 Meow Meow. But slowly but surely, they are getting the farm here, Miko. So with the Beatrix, with the Fasa, with the YSS, it is still an opportunity that they can rule things in the late game.
Yes. And well, the Lord will be here soon as well. Okay. It's going to be another free one for Team 9 and they were actually trying to make Ada bait out the retribution. That was a good try. But then again, Ada did not use the retribution but got the blue buff as well. So that just shows that they don't really need the retribution either. They are actually pretty good with the heroes themselves. But this looks like the fight is going on.
And he gets taken out, and that is just preserving Doom here, as they have just left the Lord, and they're straight away going for the kills here. Double! No, that is gonna be one kill, and Lenny walking away, but here's still Sayu, who's trying to save her team, but it is still gonna be a massacre as 3 ladies fall in for SDS and 0 for the team of 9 Meow Meow. 2 people left, but that is just your artillery, and they are not going to be able to secure that lord right now. So things are looking pretty troublesome if you are from Nova's side.
This could very well be the last lord because there is a potential to end it. But let's see if they can actually sync up the lanes because I don't see anyone going to the top lane right now. Okay, Benedetta might have that idea and she is trying to cut it. Yes. Looks like they are going to sync it up. Mid lane pressure is there, bottom lane Lord is coming, top lane Benedetta is there to sync it up. The Dead Sonata providing some hope, but the clear coming in. Beatrix definitely has a superior clear when it comes to minions, so the mid lane will be surviving.
Yeah, and Akiko was kind of in a half-health position there, so couldn't quite use the Death Sonata, but the Lord is still left and surviving. So here comes second opportunity to take the mid lane, and then maybe use the Lord to their advantage, do 9 Meow Meow. But for now, it is going to be an easy mistake, and maybe the bottom turret is going to fall as well. Here we go, Feather Airstrike being used, but Team 9MM is just too smart on this occasion. They're going to avoid it completely. They're going to let Lenny waste out that Feather Airstrike, and then they're going to try to use the timing to their advantage. But as we can see already, the minions have been cleared out, so maybe a well-placed Feather Airstrike on that occasion, but there's still so much of burst damage coming in from 9mm. This is going to be a challenge. Feather Airstrike being used once again, Nibiru's Passion as well. They do have quite a lot of clear, but they're going to lose the bottom turret here at 1 HP. And what is yet to be seen is one proper engage coming out from SDS right here. because there's nothing else happening for now. And honestly, getting it all in the hands of Henny on that Lolita is going to be troublesome. She doesn't have much except for the Numinum Blast, and that can be countered if not with a flicker being used.
Moreover, I do see the Guardians Bulwark being baited out pretty easily. So it's gonna be really troublesome because Lolita is not able to reflect a lot of the attacks at crucial points of time. But Benedetta with the rose gold meteor definitely does look a bit tanky. Last item going in for, I suppose, a Hunter Strike. That is definitely a good item to go for.
Definitely so, and as we can see, the lanes are kind of being managed, kind of being frozen here. Look at that once again. Yeah, she is literally trying to get a pick up here. As you can see that the team fight is not quite coming, and for good reasons. Look at that! How fast did Kenny get just erased from the map here?
As I said, Loyalty is not really able to keep up, and the way she was melted, even Benedetta was very successful in melting her out, and that was a good reveal, but Kimmy did survive, so it's gonna be really bad. Let's see another 3 lords for Team 9MM. Hylos does use a glorious pathway, but there's no one to follow him. TT there, joining them out. The Lord Clear title goes to Ada indeed.
And things are gonna be dire if things are not changed out. Once again, the Feather Day Strike being used, and that is all they can do for now, it seems, because they do not have a proper engage for now. But no! Caesar! That is overzealously coming in for Ada, as she tried to walk away once again, but she underestimated the Beatrix in its late game. So this is the beacon of hope, as we can see 4v5 situation, and Team 9MM aren't backing down, so this is the perfect opportunity for them to actually get going on there, but there's the Lord as well, so they cannot just go walk out of the base in search of kills.
Was also half HP, and Hylos did use to revitalize, but Gracie just did not want to get healed. And that was his sacrifice, but okay. So with this, the Lord actually that was a good engagement.
Look at the Davis fighter coming in clutch. That is a good fight coming in. Clara still has an edge, but CC is gonna deal a little more damage along with the vengeance right here. That is gonna end things for the team fight right now. So far, 18 minutes into the game, and somehow Death has not died. They're still holding on. Can there be a reward at the end of the tunnel here? Is there light at the end of the tunnel, or is it going to be a dead end?
9MM is definitely playing well, but they are not able to finish it up. That definitely speaks that the coordination of the skill set is not yet there. So, flawlessly execute a plan, but still the plan is definitely doing well for them. But this break has given a lot of gold to SES as well. We can see the gold gap closing in with just 3k gold difference, and both the teams almost have all of the items, so this is definitely speaking to us in a way that there is a chance for comeback.
Definitely so, and who doesn't like a good underdog story here? Who doesn't like a comeback and a game 5 situation? Because this is game number 4, and if Shadow Esports Nova lose this one, they are gonna be losing this series of best of 5. So things are as serious as they can be, and so far Shadow Esports have been showing some faint signs of life, but not quite in there with the 5-woman team coming in. Oh my god!
That was very out of position. Beatrix should not have been there. No one else. Why would he be in front of everyone else?
I mean, this looks like a Henny situation. Last time around, Henny got deleted, so she was selected to go in, and that is the whole reason why the team fight is occurring. 3 people low, and they will be driven off the face of the earth as they are just comfortably moving in. 9mm are just marching down, trying to get kills after kills, and the base is left wide open. Only 2 people left. Clara is gonna be forced to dive in and try to clear those minions, but one more minion still left. She is gonna not be able to clear that one as Team SDS Shadow Esports Nova are gonna lose this best of 5 series with a 3-1 victory coming in for 9 meow meow on this one. The upper bracket finals have finished off with our first grand finale finalist being 9 meow meow.
There was definitely a chance for a comeback, but that was a throw coming in from Beatrix. But I must say that was kind of well played by both the teams. And with this, as you said, this was the upper bracket final, so we do have one of our finalists that is going to be 9 meow meow. With this team, Shadow Esports Nova is put down to the lower bracket. But let's see, will they be able to reclaim the throne? Will they be able to come back for a rematch against 9mm in the grand finale? Or is it going to be the other team who is going to take away their opportunity?
And to be honest, 9mm didn't really use the 9mm ammo this time around. They were using a 5.56, if you call about that, because they were dealing a lot of damage. I mean, oh my god. I mean, let's take a look at the damage stats here, shall we? What is currently the damage of these sides? Yes, we can see that there's just so much of damage coming in, especially from Ida on that Vendetta. I mean, she has more damage than the Kimi there, and and the most damage, Miko, is coming out from the CC with 27%.
That is kind of a surprise, but then again, CC did play pretty well. I did see her poking every time she could, going in even with a vengeance. So that is somehow understandable. On the other hand, the highest damage Farsa, even Clara did a lot of team fight plays this time. Not really the Zilong kind of gameplay, which I was kind of a bit skeptical about. But then again, it is what it is. The final win does go to Team 9mm.
Exactly. And they're going to be your first grand finalists here in the Empress Cup, organized by WOT. And this is going to be Shadow Esports Nova going down to the lower bracket. So stay tuned for their action tomorrow, as can they dig down deep and come back to challenge 9mm once again for the grand finale, or are they going to crash out of this tournament? Their life hangs in the balance, and so does the trophy of the Empress Cup. This has been a great opportunity and a great evening for all of you, a lovely audience, as well as us casters and the organizers. Thank you for tuning in. It has been Rud's Official. Along with me has been Miko Chan, and we have been in a pleasureful spot to cast this match right here. We'll see you next time. Till then, take care and have a lovely night here, guys. See ya.
also shadows. Loneliness never bothers me. Our victories will be limitless. Never look back if you have nothing to regret. Let my will bend the earth! Like a string puppet, you are totally under my control. The future of Cadia Riverlands is in our hands. You are failing, the Oriental Warriors.
It's my job to protect Homelander.
Sniper ready. Give me a target. Focus. One shot, one kill. Target locked. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to run.